and for this review we're going to be travelling back to a time long ago in a galaxy far, far away. Italy, 1979 to be precise, as we take a look at the outrageous Star Wars knockoff, the Humanoid. Set sometime in the distant future, and Earth, or Metropolis as it's now called, is being threatened by the evil Lord Graal, who doesn't look anything at all like Darth Vader. Oh no, this is someone completely different. Anyway, he's enlisted the help of some mad scientist named Craspin, who's invented a weapon that can turn men into invincible fighting machines known as humanoids. And they decide to test it out on a passing space pilot named Golob, who you might recognise from a number of Bond films. Having forced his spaceship to crash, they transform him using their weapon, much to the chagrin of his robot dog. Then they send him to the nearby city to abduct a scientist named Barbara, producing one of the film's most outrageous fight scenes as he proceeds to rampage throughout and is seemingly impervious to gunfire.
Protect the palace at any cost!
He's eventually stopped by a young pupil of Barbara's named Tom Tom, a sort of young Luke Skywalker Ben Kenobi type character with psychic abilities, who breaks Caspin's control over him and helps him reconnect with his human side. But not before some of Graal's soldiers, who look more like spaceballs than stormtroopers, manage to abduct Barbara. So with Barbara now in the clutches of the evil Lord Graal and his love interest, Lady Agatha, and his mad scientist friend threatening to use his device on the entire population of Metropolis, it's up to some guy called Nick, a kind of poor man's Han Solo, to mount a rescue mission, leading to another hilariously over-the-top battle. Released back in 1979, this was one of many films released to cash in on the sci-fi boom that followed in the wake of Star Wars. Though sadly it isn't as well remembered as its contemporaries such as Star Crash and Battle Beyond the Stars. A great pity as it is wildly entertaining in a dumb, cheesy kind of way, even if only for spotting the blatant Star Wars rip-offs within. It starts off with this suspiciously similar opening crawl. Then you've got this guy who's all too obviously based on Darth Vader and whose spaceship is a dead ringer for a Star Destroyer. Then you've got all these other craft that bear striking resemblances to other vehicles. There's also a robot dog in place of R2-D2, a Han Solo type character, a mini Luke Skywalker, and you also get not one but two Princess Leias in this, Barbara, who's the good one, and Lady Agatha, the evil one. The film also has a surprisingly interesting cast, including a few former James Bond alumni, most notably Richard Kiel, who plays Golob, along with former Bond girls Corinne Clary and Barbara Bach, who play the good and bad Princess Leia characters. B-movie regulars Leonard Mann and Arthur Kennedy also star, although the most interesting casting choice has got to be Lord Graal, who is played by cult Italian star Ivan Razumov, of Deep River Savages fame. The film was also directed by Aldo Lado, who cult movie fans will know from the old video nasty title Late Night Trains, only he used the pseudonym George Lewis in this. Yes, I wonder where he got that name from. The model work is also kind of fun to look at, which in many ways was very good for what was obviously just a bunch of washing up liquid bottles and model kits they'd stuck together. In fact, the effects were actually filmed by fellow director Antonio Margheriti, who did Cannibal Apocalypse, as he was quite well known for his impressive miniature work in Italian cinema. The makeup effects were also by noted artist Gianetto De Rossi, who did the zombie makeup for Zombie Flesh Eaters, and to top it all off, the film's soundtrack was scored by legendary composer Ennio Morricone, so what's not to love? The film did actually have a cinema release here in the UK, although it was probably shown as a B feature. Now when it was screened here, there was a scene cut from the film, showing a naked woman strapped to a medical device which extracts some sort of life essence from her. Now this was a pretty strong scene for what was supposed to be a kids' movie, and needless to say the censors disliked it and demanded its removal before they'd pass it for release, though it was included on releases in other countries. This same cut version was released onto VHS by RCA, but to date the film has not been released anywhere on disc. The film has been shown on UK TV on the Horror Channel, who screened the cut UK cinema version, so if you want to see this, check your electronic programme guys to see if they show it again. Alternately, there are bootleg DVD-Rs out there, and the film is also available for viewing on certain video sharing sites for the morbidly curious amongst you. Now, as for whether it's any good, let's just say that there is always some pleasure that can be derived from a bad movie, and believe me, there is a lot of pleasure that you can derive from this film. So if you love cheap, tacky Italian B movies, you'll definitely love this one, so go check it out.